June 17, 2026. The new regulation set M-B has arrived in Pokemon Champions, adding new Pokemon to the limited roster. A new threat has emerged, Mega Staraptor. Now, the regular Staraptor is not a notable Pokemon. It's frail and doesn't have the speed needed to back up its fragility. Its only saving grace was Intimidate, the ability to lower attack when it enters. Mega Evolving, however, overhauled this bird as it badly needed it. Its stats increased, making its bulk average. It has a slightly higher attack. It can now push 211 if you give it a attack-focused nature like Adamant. The speed slightly increased. It can now outspeed a Garchomp if it has a speed-focused nature, capping at 178. It's nothing to write home about. Jolly Sneasler without Unburden can still outspeed it. Staraptor's type changes from normal flying to fighting flying. A good offensive typing, but a trade-off in terms of defense. You see, it loses the ghost immunity and rock weakness, but gains a dark and fighting resistance, as well as a weakness to psychic, flying, and fairy. So the total tally is it loses a immunity and a weakness, but it get for 2 resistances and 3 weaknesses. So far, the upgrades sound meh, am I right? Well, its real sell point is it trades its Intimidate ability for Contrary. A Contrary is a complicated ability. To sum it up, any stat changes are reversed instead. So being hit by Intimidate makes Mega Staraptor stronger, turning moves that gives drawbacks like close combat into stat increases. Now, normally, close combat is a high risk, high reward. It's base 120, but the attacker will lose special defense and special defense by 1 stage. Under the effects of Contrary, this becomes a boost to those stats instead, making Mega Staraptor's middling defenses into a grade 8 tank. Honestly, that's all you need. The other attacks are just sprinkles. Whether you want it to set its own Tailwind, dual Wing Beat to eliminate Focus Sash Sneasler, substitute after a couple of defense boosts, Brave Bird for a stab flying move that hits harder than dual Wing Beat, Roost for healing, Blaze Kick for a fire type coverage, Final Gambit isn't really compatible with Mega Staraptor, seeing it doesn't have that much health at base 85. Nor is U-Turn. You want it to stick around to make use of its defensive buffs. It doesn't have that much of a move pool. But again, that's not a detractor, seeing as, again, all you need to do is spam close combat. So, what does Megastaraptor have to watch out for? Or how does one counter it when you see one in the ladder? To be fair, it's a new Pokemon, so we don't have much data to pull from other than comparing it to similar Pokemon. First up, critical hits ignore stat changes, whether it's Intimidate on you or Iron Defense on a target. So, Frost Breath comes to mind. It's a difference of 10, but Megastaraptor's special defense is lower than its defense. Now that times 2 weakness is doing all the heavy lifting, but at base 60 power, I'm not confident that it can one-shot a Megastaraptor, because people would have their own spin on stat spread. It also doesn't help that ice types are weak to fighting, so maybe a Mega Frostlass? Another answer is to use its own contrary special ability against it. We know Intimidate is reversed, but that also means Swagger is reversed. It's Confusion at the cost of increasing the target attack by 2 stages. Under Contrary, it becomes Confusion, and the attack is lowered by 2 when fired against Megastaraptor. And because of its poor moveset, it has no real way of getting that back other than swapping out. Because you might ask, it has bulk up, but again, under Contrary, bulk up becomes attack down and defense down, which is counterproductive. So again, it has no other way of getting a real way of getting back the attack other than swapping out. But this also resets its stacks of defense and special defense increase. I would suggest Sableye to make use of its fighting type immunity. The problem is it has an awful 85% accuracy. So, you do as you will with that. These are the only things I've come up so far, reading comments and forum posts. You guys can share in the comments though if you have other ways and tricks to beat Megastaraptor. I hope you find this video informative.